Hey there, fellow YouTubers and news junkies. My name is Brad Murphy with Ignite Network Solutions, here to kind of do an app review for the recently released Reader app for macOS 10. If you're like me, I read a lot of news. I have hundreds of websites that I constantly comb through looking for new content and what's going on in not only the tech industry but the business world. And being an outdoorsy guy, I like to read a lot about what's going on with national parks or even the local scene here in Cleveland as far as the music and arts communities. So having a good RSS reader is absolutely critical to me. We recently went through kind of a rough period, if you're an RSS fan, when Google shut down the Google Reader service. As you know, not only was it just a web-based RSS platform, but it also served as a hosting platform for RSS feeds for many iPhone apps and desktop newsreader apps. So the first version of Reader was built on Google, and it took some months, to finally see the release of the recently Reader 2 app. But as I played around with it for a few moments before I started this video, I think a lot of you are going to be very happy as I am. So let's go ahead and get started. I just installed the app and opened up the preferences here. Just in the General tab, not much really going on here. Let's go over to Accounts. We're going to add an account. They have multiple services here. You could have a local RSS feed set up here. I like to have one that will synchronize with my phone or my iPad, because I'm constantly out and about, running around, clients. I don't sit at my desktop a whole lot, so this will be nice to have when I am sitting at my desk or my laptop and I want to browse through some feeds. But I also like something that I can kind of pick up and go with. So having that functionality of syncing with the phone is critical to me. So I use a service called Feedly right here. They also support Feedbin, FeedWrangler, and Fever here. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Feedly. And I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my Facebook account. Okay. As you can see here, they give you some generalized account options. Sync on startup. So this is as soon as you launch the Reader, it's going to go ahead and comb through the feeds and download any updates. Sync on wake from sleep. I'm going to go ahead and slide that on. Keep read items. Unless I star an item or I share it to another service, I really don't need it to save for multiple days. So I'm gonna drop down to 1 day. Mark articles as read. We could do it manual or on open. Go ahead and do it on open. Sort subscriptions. We'll do folders first. And I like to sync all items. I'm not afraid of it running a little slow for the sake of that. And then you could have multiple accounts if you'd like. You're not limited to just one account. So if you had, a Fever account that you also used, you can go ahead and add that in there. I do not. So we're going to click over to Services. Here's all the different services that that Reader offers. You have, if you want to open in Safari, Quote FM, Readability, Instapaper, Pocket, Reading List within Safari, my favorite, which is Evernote, Mars Edit, if you're going to end up reposting it to your blog, Pinboard for Pinterest, Delicious, App.net, Twitter, Facebook, Buffer, MailLink, if you want to email it to someone or send it in a message. Now, none of these have well, I guess some of them do. So with Pocket and Instapaper, you can go ahead and sign in here. With Evernote, there is no sign in for your Evernote account. It just sees that you have Evernote installed on your computer and uses the service. Appearance, they give you just some basic settings here. If you want your font size small, medium, large, or oversized, you can select that here. Dim archived articles, you can select that. They just give you 5 basic themes here. Nothing drastic from one or the other, just some subtle changes from the columns. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the standard reader, the default one that is selected. You could have display counts for your starred, unread, or all items list. You could slide those off if you don't want that. Display your fave icons. If you want the fave icons to display from the feeds or the article list, you can turn that on and off here. Alright, so under the reading side of the control panel here in the preferences, you have some basic control over the text, the font size and the title size. You can select if you want your links to open in-app browser, or if you want it to default into Safari, and if you want it to open in the background or in the foreground when you select it. Shortcuts, what I really like about this app is it gives you complete control over all keyboard shortcuts. It uses a lot of the same keyboard shortcuts that was part of Google Reader platform. So if you're a previous Google Reader user, you know the J and the K as far as for next item and previous item. You can go in here, and if you want to change it or delete it, you can do that also. So if you prefer to use QW for previous and next, you can go in here and change that if you so choose. And then you can always reset back to default values if you made a bunch of changes and you can't figure out how to get back to it. Now what I personally did was, they don't have keyboard shortcuts here for all the different services, but I like saving to Evernote. So what I did was I came in here and I selected Command E for my Evernote. So as I'm using the app, I can just hit Control E, Command E if I'm on an article that I like, and it will go ahead and save right to Evernote. This gestures option, something that I was reading here. I tried playing around with a little bit. I was unsuccessful. Has all the how-tos over here. So I just need to go into my system preferences to my trackpad and more gestures and go ahead and set that up. As I said, I just downloaded and installed this and opened it up just a few moments before I started recording this. So I'll end up going back and playing with that a little later. So, alright, well, back in accounts, I went ahead and added my Feedly account. As you can tell, it hasn't synced yet because I still have my my preferences open. Once I close the preferences, it goes ahead and starts the syncing process. So what I can do is go in here, I can click on the folder, on the root level of the folder, and it will load up every single thing in the folder. Or I can click on the individual feed, and I like using my keyboard shortcut, so I'll keep pressing J and flow through all the articles. And I'm going to go ahead and save that article because I'm very interested in that. And these are my starred articles. So if I want to look at my unread ones, I just click on that up here, and it goes over to my unread. Very cool. I like this patio drink cooler idea. So if I want to save it to my Evernote, I'm going to go ahead and bump Command E. And what I want you to do before I do that is keep your eye over here right above the title here. And I'm going to bump Command E right now. And as you notice, that little Evernote box popped up. So that way I know it's saved to my Evernote. So if I go into here and click on Evernote, we'll see it went ahead and loaded it up right here. And I have the article right down here. And if I want to switch over to list view up here, I can slide that over, and it has all my stuff in a list. So this is just a real basic review of the recently released Reader 2 app for Mac OS X. I'm impressed with it. I like the simplicity of the design. There's not a whole lot of, bells and whistles. It has just what I need and gets out of the way so I can focus on what I need this app to do, which is display a lot of feeds, and let me comb through those articles as fast as I can. This email account that I have this account with for Feedly is my second account. I have another one that I need to load up here that has all my other feeds. So if I go back here into preferences, you're not limited to just one account. You could have multiple accounts set up if you so choose. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I encourage you to check out my website. Site is ignitens.com, or check out and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'll be posting videos of not only app reviews, but how-to videos and weekly podcasts, which is coming up here real soon. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for checking me out.